Good morning. So, as you'll see, it's a very early start for me, as I am at the Heathrow Terminal 4 Premier Inn. So, we are just about to make a trip over to Frankfurt this morning on British Airways A380. It's a pretty exciting trip. So, yeah, let's go and have a look and see the A380 back in service again. So I'm just about to make a walk over to Hatton Cross Station, and I'll get the tube over to Terminal 5, where we will then make our way over to Frankfurt from there. Now, the original plan is I was going to get the A380 on both the outbound and return rotations, but unfortunately, due to sort of circumstances, I'm only going to be able to fly the A380 on the outbound route. And I'll be staying in Frankfurt tonight and then making my way back to Heathrow tomorrow. So, I do get the day there and get to spend a night over in Germany as well, just to get a bit of a night away from home as well. So yeah, it makes it a bit more exciting, but as I say, but it's good to maybe compare the contrast of the experience between flying on an A380 and a tiny little A319 between the two locations. So yeah, without further ado, let's make our way over to Terminal 5. And you'll see we've just left the Terminal 4 Premier Inn and we're walking our way down to Hatton Cross Station. So in case you're wondering why I didn't just park in the airport car park, well, for those of you that have used Heathrow before when you live in the UK, you probably know that the price of airport parking is pretty expensive, and I was not going to pay hundreds of pounds just to park my car there for a day. This is where I've actually parked my car, at the Hatton Cross Tube Station. It's considerably cheaper to park here, though it's not free, yeah, it's much better value for money, and it's just as easy for me to get the tube from here to Terminal 5 as well. So as you can see, there's my car just parked over there in the distance, and we're going to make our way onto the tube over to Terminal 5 just now. Pretty cold morning as well, as we are in November, so yeah, I had to make sure I have my coat with me, of course.
Doors loading.
So we're in the lift on the way up to check-in now, and I did actually have a bag to check in because I was staying in Frankfurt overnight on this occasion. So check-in was an interesting experience, as the baggage belt was actually broken, so I'd actually have to go to the first wing and check my bags in there rather than using the club zone. Yeah, that was something a bit different, I guess. You get some element of the first class experience, though I would have had to have vacated after that, because obviously I don't have a gold card. I'm only bronze, just about to become silver, so yeah, I'm not quite there yet. And as you can see, I've made my way through security now, and we're just on the way over to the Galleries Club Lounge to go and grab some breakfast before we board our flight. Not especially busy this time of the morning, but I'm sure Heathrow would have gotten a lot busier throughout the day once the flights to the US and things would have departed. And here we are in the club lounge now, just having a bit of breakfast. And also you'll see that I've met Travelman 101 here as well. So please do go and check out his videos. He's got some pretty good content on his channel, well worth the watch.
Put the link in the description there for you if you wish to go and check that out. And sort of legendary bacon roll and fruit salad it was for breakfast this morning. We're out of the lounge now and on our way to the sea gates, and as you can see, we're on our way down the escalators to the transit drain. I have this really bad habit when I'm at airports. I either get to the gate super early or I get there really late. This is one of those times when we got there quite late, and it was a bit of a rush to get there. Myself and Travelman 101 were kind of contemplating whether to go for the transit walkway instead and run. I hope we might get there quicker, but in the end we thought that all the trains probably only going to be 2 minutes wait anyway, so as you can see we just waited to board the train, but my god, it's an unnerving wait. I really wouldn't want to be late for a long haul flight like this, but luckily we got there just in time. So yeah, we're just boarding the train out over to gates C52 to C66.
This is gates B32 to B48. Please take all belongings with you. Next stop, gates C52 to C66.
Yes, I was out of breath after that rather lengthy sprint up the escalators into the gate. So our aircraft for today is an A380. So one of the two A380s that BA is operating at the moment, out of the fleet of 12. And as you see, we're just making our way down the gate area now to the sort of door B, I think that is. Yep, going away to door B to board the flight. Obviously, the lower deck is where we were based today. The upper deck isn't officially used for passenger flights at the moment. However, you will see a tour of that later on. And here I am just approaching seat 14K, which is a window seat where I'm based for this flight. This is my first flight on board an A380, so the feeling of pushing back here is really surreal. I think my heart was pumping at this point because it was such a big deal to me. But the size of the wing is huge as well, and this does unfortunately affect the video quality of the takeoff, I'm afraid, because the wing does block out most of the view. But I have hopefully done the best job I can here, and in hindsight should have moved down to economy in the film and I might have got a better shot there, but onwards and upwards, eh?
Cabin crew, please prepare for a manual safety briefing.
We are now approaching runway 27 left, ready for departure to Frankfurt. The taxi out was pretty quick. I say when you're from the 5C stand, it doesn't really take that long to get to the runways. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy, but once you climb above the clouds, it's not so bad. And I was amazed actually on this takeoff how quiet the engines are. Obviously, the A380 is definitely really quiet on takeoff compared to some other aircraft. So enjoy the takeoff, and we'll catch up in a moment for our breakfast.
by now that we are on our way. I'd just like to take a moment of your time to introduce myself and a few members of the team.
So welcome to the A380 toilet. So this is actually the first time I've been on an A380, and I say it's pretty cool to see. And yeah, the toilet's quite not the largest of toilets in the world, but it's got everything you need in it. It's fairly clean and tidy, and they've got the fancy taps there as well. It's very similar to what the 787 has on it actually, with the two buttons there. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, the takeoff is pretty fun. It's really quiet as well, I have to say. It's so, I mean, obviously I haven't flown on lots of different aircraft. The A380 is definitely the quietest I've flown on, so yeah, I have to say it's pretty cool to be able to go on one finally and to see it back in service on these short haul routes. So yeah, I'm just about to have a breakfast now, and then a very kind member of the cabin crew has offered to give me a tour around the aircraft as well, so I'll actually be able to get some good shots of the other cabins, and yeah. So yeah, let's go and have some breakfast and have a look at the rest of the A380.
The in-flight entertainment was also functional on these flights, and headphones were provided as well, so if you wanted to catch up on a movie or two, that is certainly an option. Though, as you'll probably see, my favourite feature on long-haul aircraft is the in-flight map. I could spend hours looking at this. Yeah, definitely an aviation geek's sort of hobby, that one. And breakfast is served. And yeah, this breakfast will probably look pretty familiar to a lot of you, as it was the same that we had on the 787 a few weeks ago. So we have got the croissant there, ham and cheese in this case. Yeah, nothing much to write home about, but good to set you up for lunchtime anyway. So yeah, that was nice and hot as well. We then have a bowl of fresh fruit here as well, very nice, and some natural yogurt there as well. Glass of orange juice, and I did also have a cup of tea that was brought along separately by the crew. Yeah, nothing much to write home about, but it sets you up for lunchtime. So yeah, very good.
I'm going to sleep down there, and we've got bunks. So keep on coming. So we only have. It's just Traveller downstairs. We don't have World Traveller, so this is just the regular. We've got two cabins downstairs. This seat comes into a, I don't know how it works actually, but you can put your legs up like a steamer seat. More toilets. Lots of equipment, safety equipment all dotted around. Oh, very sorry. Keep going.
Thank you.
Door that the other doors. Back to that double toilet again.
Yeah, so this toilet door we're looking at here can actually be converted into a double toilet, especially for passengers who might struggle to fit into the smaller ones or have mobility issues, and that toilet can be converted.
It's the short area, isn't it, where you're sitting? Back to our galley again. This is the office, that's where the manager.
And as you will see, we're now entering the first class cabin. So yeah, the crew were very accommodating in showing this here. The first cabin isn't officially open during these short haul flights, but as I say, we were given a tour of this for our filming purposes. We're looking at the very large toilet on the upper deck, and as you see, it's quite large for me, giving a wave into the mirror there. This is the upper club cabin in the A380, so this is in a 232 layout, which is in contrast to the 242 configuration on the main deck, but it's a much better view of the engines here on the upper deck and of the wing when we do go down further into the aircraft. This is actually one of two upper deck cabins. There is another one that which we'll see as we walk further along, but as you see, there's the two Rolls-Royce Trent 900 engines on the right hand side, and there'll be another two on the left hand side of the aircraft. This area here we're just showing is the club kitchen, so during long haul flights BA would have this stocked with chocolate bars or crisps or other soft refreshments here that you can grab during your flight, but clearly it's empty on the short haul routes.
Ladies and gentlemen, from flight deck, one of your first officers, Travelman speaking. So we're well into our descent towards Frankfurt now. We're expecting to land in about 22 minutes, roughly, depending on whether we get any shortcuts from air traffic control. So Frankfurt's an hour ahead of the UK, so currently it's 8:58 in the morning there. So we're landing at 20 past 9. It's quite a foggy day as expected down there. It's lifted a little bit, but should be a reasonably interesting view. So you may well find that earlier on in the approach we can see down and see buildings poking out. That fog is too early to note.
And we're walking through to the second of the upper deck club cabins here. This area we're walking into now is the World Traveller Plus cabin, or BA's premium economy product. This is only on the upper deck of the A380, and as you'll see, this is in a 232 configuration here. And we continue walking back along, and this is another World Traveller cabin, so economy, and this is in a 242 configuration on the upper deck. This does contrast to the lower deck, which would be in a 343 configuration, so slightly smaller up here.
Very spacious downstairs. So it is a little bit more compact, but for someone small like me.
This is the lower staircase on our way back down to the main deck. This pretty much concludes the tour, and I'm now on my way back to the club cabin to take my seat for landing. Yeah, huge thanks to the cabin crew for accommodating this. It was very much appreciated, and it's good that they were so proactive in offering that to us as well.
Great. Thank you very much.
And here we are, just arriving back at my seat now. I'd popped to the toilet quickly, and on coming back to my seat, I'd found a little gift a bit left for me. A nice little bottle of champagne there. So, yeah, huge thanks to the cabin crew once again for accommodating that tour. It was very much appreciated, and yeah, I actually did write into British Airways to give my thanks to the crew member for accommodating this.
Their original position, ready for landing. This is a normal procedure for this aircraft. Please be advised, once we have arrived, we will be disembarking all customers in small groups. Please remain seated until your seat row number is announced. Thank you.
I look back towards the window here and see it's a very foggy day in Frankfurt, and I'd actually missed the landing as well. I think I probably just about caught the touchdown on tape here, but yeah, very foggy, very cold. I think it was like 1 or 2 degrees in Frankfurt for my trip there, but nonetheless it was still amazing to be able to go on an A380 after so long of them not flying, so hey. we're just approaching our gate now, and yeah, so very pleasant flight overall. Yeah, shame about the weather, but I see there is an Air Baltic aircraft just over there to the right, and I think there was an American Airlines flight just to our left there. But yeah, I think that's just about all I managed to see really, given the fog everywhere. And yeah, there we go. We are now in Frankfurt. Not too long after, we are now disembarking into Frankfurt Airport.
Thank you very much. Thanks, bye-bye now.
And we're just in the terminal now, and I'm making my way down to the passport control area. Arrivals process was relatively smooth. It was just a case of, I think, well, there's no queue at passport control, so I got stamped in pretty quickly. And the baggage didn't take too long to arrive either. I think it was there in about 5 or 10 minutes after I got to the baggage hall. So yeah, pretty quick and easy arrivals process in Frankfurt. And yeah, we're on our way out now just now. We are now landside, and yeah, just making my way outside. I was actually on my way to my hotel at this point to go and get rid of my bags, and did manage to check into the room pretty early as well. So yeah, there we go. We're now in Frankfurt, and I went off at this point for the day to go and have a look around Frankfurt. Yeah, you see, it's a bit of a construction site around here, and as you've probably seen now, the weather isn't particularly great. It's very foggy, and it was pretty cold there throughout. But hey, it was still a worthwhile trip to go on an A380. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.